Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here from the Great Wall of Comics. It's another Slabber Day, and you're a winner. You get a fresh new episode of OnlySlabs. And with me, as always, is the man from the Great White North, Chris, the comic vet. How the hell are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm glad that people are winning already.
That's right. Everybody's a winner. Yeah. Absolutely. And joining us today, guest, ladies and gentlemen, Martin from Mart767Comics. Welcome to the show. We'll get back to you in a moment to get your comic book origin story. But as we always do, we kick off the show with our the YouTube law requirement, and that is, of course, Romper Room.
Romper bumper, stomper boo, tell me do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play?
Hello to Christina Payne, community
Moderator.
Moderator. Thank you. The word all of a sudden escaped me. I was going to say organizer, but that wasn't the right word. Moderator extraordinaire. Thank you so much, Christina Payne. Check out our guest today. Links are also down below in the description. Let's see. Vogs comes in here bright and early. He says, let's go. It's Slabber Day. Thank you, Vogs, for coming on by. Marty Alechko, happy Slabber Day from Canada, everyone. Drops the $2 super chat to get the ball rolling because cancer sucks. Because, in case you didn't know, 100% of the channel revenue, all the comics, all these super chats, all the channel memberships, everything, it all goes to support Comics Curing Cancer, an official campaign of the American Cancer Society. Marty, this one's for you. Timothy PJR, hello all. Robert Monroe, happy Slabber Day. F Cancer, 100%. 25 Perez through the mail. Hello. The Comiverse dropping that member for 25 months. After months, I finally have a Saturday off, ready for some live, sexy slabbing action. 100%. Appreciate everyone being here. Remember to hit that thumbs up. It would be appreciated. Yes, it is. And we appreciate you. Heroes for Hire Comic Club, happy Slabber Day. Jay knows the way. This one's for the veterinarian. Why should you neuter your dog? It makes less nuts. Happy Sats, everyone. Now I'm going to go see the new version of that movie tomorrow. I'm hoping there's another great montage. I need a montage. Well, Wayne Deacon, this is the Sexy Slabber Day with two sexy hosts and no sexy hair, but loads of sexy slabs. Hi, all. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Who else we got to say hello to? Mr. Comics 89, the most dedicated fan reporting for duty, sir. We appreciate you. He's in South Korea, Martin. Did you know that? It's early.
Yeah.
It's just a bit. Stephen C., a member for 31 months. Happy Slabber Day, Henchman and Goon Squad. I have comic issues. Hello, everyone. Happy Slabber Day. Who has issues? Well, we all have issues. Phil Alien, hello, my fellow slabbers. Lone Eagle, happy Slabber Day, all. Jedi Batman saying hello. Nick's Kicks and Comics, say yo, what's up, everybody? Brian Barrett, good day, all. Watching you want to go. Yes, it's the law. It's true. It is a law to say hello. Let's see here. Dr. Von Hoots, comics from the Spiral Dimension. That 5 pounds. Who's got 2 thumbs and loves slabs and hates cancer? Anyone with damn sense. I love it. That's great, Dr. Von Hoot. This one is for you.
Bet she gives great helmets.
Kiss me.
No.
Nerdy Geek, happy Slabber Day, Rob, Chris, and everyone. Let's see. Mad Spidey waking up also super early from Australia. Never fear, Mad Spidey is here. We appreciate you, sir. This one is for you.
With that?
The internet's greatest YouTuber, Austin LeMay, is here. Hey, gang. Let's see who else we got to say hello to. Did we say hello to Joffrey Castro? I'm not sure if we did or not, but just in case I didn't, hello, sir. Let's see. We got 11 months a member for Matt over at Heroes Hire Comic Club. Collectibles to Astonish. Hello. Happy Slabber Day. Thank you for coming on by and joining us. Brother John Comics. What's good, brothers and sisters? Let's see. Bat Dan presents. Happy Slabber Day, folks. We got 3 sexy hairless hosts today. The bald trifecta. That is true. Bald is beautiful. What can we say? The bald triangle. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Let's see here. Garth Wong. Hello, everyone. Haven't seen you around for a while. Good to see you there. Taylor Winder, the king of all nerds. Dr. Von Hoots, comes from Spiral Dimension, hates people with 1 or fewer thumbs. But he drops a £2 super chat just to argue back. Does not require 2 thumbs. This one's for you, sir.
That beautiful bean footage.
And just like that, we come to the end and caught up to the chat. We've said hello to everybody except for Chuck Hensey, who comes in here to say, hi, all. I hope it's a great Saturday where you are. We hope so, too. Well played, DVH. I'm hoping that, you know what? I hope that the heat, as it continues to bother people around the country, that this middle of the daytime slot encourages you to stay inside and with the air conditioning, watch this beautiful show that we like to call OnlySlabs. Think of us as your refuge from the heat. I don't know. Anyways, all right. Well, welcome to OnlySlabs. We're going to bring up our guest here. We'll make Martin. We're going to make you big, boom, and then we're going to slide us over here so you can be there. And we want to know about that time that the government captured you and started injecting you with all kinds of weird chemicals and metals and whatnot, and just giving you weird superpowers and such. Tell us about your comic book superhero origin story.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me on. So around high school is probably when I started, I guess, looking at comic books. I went to an art high school in New York and an art college. Didn't know until later on how many comic book creators, because it was based in New York, how many of them went to it. John Romita, Will Eisner, I mean, all these greats, Neil Adams, they kind of went there. So I was like, oh, cool. I learned about it now, getting back into it. So around high school, I started getting into it. More into the art than the stories themselves, because I love to draw. It was just something cool. And, lost touch with comic book stuff around college and a little after. And I'd say in 2022, my then 13-year-old got a internship at a local comic shop. And I went in, a bunch of vintage comics, and I was like, oh, okay. It all started coming back. And so probably for the past 3 years, I've probably been really seriously getting back into it. Slabs and all. I was introduced to sketch covers. Never heard of a sketch cover. Didn't know what it was, because again, it was back in the early 90s was when I last picked up a comic book. So a lot of my stuff is sketch covers, as you'll see. And just kind of got back into it really hard. And yeah, and that's kind of where it's up to now.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to ask this because TVH was asking, and I was going to ask you anyways, just because of the man above me. They want to know whether or not is that an OA piece on the wall behind you, or is that a print of the?
Both prints, complete prints. Yeah, that would be amazing. That was actually one that Frank Brunner was someone that I kind of was introduced now. You know, I didn't know about him back in high school, and love his art. Huge Frank Brunner fan. So I saw that on eBay for I think $2, and I'm like, I'll take it. But yeah, no, that's not
that would be epic. we would be remiss if it had been and we hadn't mentioned it.
Yeah, no. Not at all.
All right, awesome. Well, let's get into some books. Let's go ahead and bring up your first book here. Now, Martin, you reached out to me. This is great. I want to remind everybody, just because, well, I do recruit most of the folks that come on the show. Every once in a while, we have people, guests who watch the show who decided they'd like to be a member, and all you have to do is reach out to me via either Instagram or via email. And I was painless and easy, wasn't I? Easy going, right? So, yeah. See, just like that, guys. Reach on out. All right, we're booking for late September now and beyond. What you got for us for number one? What's the first book out the gate here?
So the first one here is the one that actually got me back into comic books. Like I said, my then 13-year-old got an internship at a comic shop, and you know, just I was like, oh, okay, I remember these from high school. It was cool. But then she brought me back a book, and I was like, what is this? And it was the first Virgin cover I had ever seen, and it was a character that I dug back in high school. And it's this Lobo cover. Never ever had seen a Virgin cover before. All I saw was trade dresses and, you know,
right,
bands. And this is so cool. And again, it's the art. It's what I kind of really dug. So yeah, this kind of was the starter that kind of got me kicked off.
I gotta admit, with all the Marvel behind you, I was just a little surprised a minute ago there to see the main man as the one that pulled you back in. But yeah, that's a great cover. Let's be honest. Yeah, and yeah, it's just an awesome Lobo. Can't wait to see Lobo on the big screen.
Yes.
That's really interesting. You know, really, you think about it, like, when did Virgin covers really start to become a thing?
Yeah.
Without any logos or trade dresses or anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, actually, you know, I looked as a segue just now. Apparently, the concept really kind of took off in the 90s. It's a 90s thing with the publication, apparently, and I would not have guessed this, from Harvey Comics with Ultraman #1.
Oh.
The company trademarked the term Virgin cover at the time, actually.
I would have guessed an independent, but it wouldn't have been Harvey.
Yeah, there we go. Who says that this show doesn't educate as well?
Right.
I think we can all remember.
Okay, so next.
Book number 2, Martin.
Book number 2. Okay, so now we'll get into some sketches. So going along the Lobo theme, I picked this up. It's the Simon Bisley. He recreated the 90s Lobo one. It's a full sketch.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah. Trying to get the glare.
Martin, before you put that down, did you get that sketch yourself, or did you pick that up, say, off eBay?
A lot of these are eBay. There are very few. Yeah, I do go to cons and stuff, but they're pretty much just signatures. A lot of the sketches I get on eBay.
Gotcha.
Very cool. Yeah, it took a minute to do. Yeah. You can be sure about it. It wasn't a quick sketch at a con, that's for sure.
Wow. This is one that I love. Again, I have Doom there. So I saw this cool Doom cover again on eBay, and I thought this is just so cool.
Oh, God, Peter hit me!
Yeah!
Ow!
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So who is the artist?
This is Gary Parkin.
Okay.
Yeah, not familiar with them, but I just dug it.
The detail is.
Yeah.
I love the from the rivets to then the wrinkles and the creases and the eyes, but the behind the mask and the scars. I mean, you could just. That's
that is
phenomenal.
incredible. Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Next one.
Yeah, we got. They all. That's a banger. All hail Doom. I love Doom. I love Lois.
The next one here was another cool one. Ken Lashley is the artist on this one. I just loved. He actually has a back as well. He did it. This is a cool Magneto.
Jeez Louise.
Isn't that awesome? Trying to not get the glare, but yeah. And then what's even cooler is, again, a cool Magneto. And then in the back, he did an Apocalypse.
We gave you that. Very good. So, Martin, what's the...
Smoke if you got him.
yeah, I am kind of familiar with that artist. He doesn't live very far from where I am, and yeah, I've spent a lot of time with Ken. That is fantastic, and I can tell you, like, if Ken decides he's just going to go black and white, though, he'll go all out. Like, it's just no holds barred. He's going to use every bit of that cover. And what's good about him is he'll just be like, okay, well, how much do you want to spend? And I'll draw to what I feel that amount is. But yeah, good thing about Ken Lashley, he's not afraid to flip that cover over if he feels he needs to go into the background or back to the the backing page, just because. Good for you. That's a great cover. And the mutants are some of his biggest love.
Oh, really?
All this love for the Magneto front. I like to see that. Can I see the Apocalypse on the back end? I mean, I like Apocalypse. That's my. That is.
That's so cool.
Gonna make you super big. Hold on. Whoa. Nice.
Yeah. A lot of that Kirby crackle going on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Phenomenal. All right, cool. So thank you for entertaining me. Let's see. Scotty Young figures behind you as well. 30 of them or so. All right. Nucking Fut's seeing your Scotty Young figures.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Right there. That's good. Yeah. Okay, so this is cool.
We should say while we're at it, just because Scotty Young's been mentioned, we should invoke Scotty Young, of course, big supporter of Comic Screen Cancer. Every single year, we appreciate him so much for that. He's going to be making it. We've already got lined up something big coming from Scotty again this year, so that's going to be great.
Awesome. Okay, so this is I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Mark Teixeira or Teixeira. I've heard it pronounced different ways.
Teixeira is how I've always heard it pronounced, but
so this is like a mix between a slab and a raw. So the reason why is because it was something that was done on a raw. So this is the slab, but this is a raw in here. It's shifting around. So that's a raw Daredevil Echo, right? I put it inside of the slab bag, right? So that's the raw. But this is the back of the slab, as you can see. But what Teixeira did with it was he changed Daredevil to Deadpool, and he wrote plus Deadpool on it. It's so cool. So
that's a hell of a remark. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, I think Mad Spidey's right. Morgs is saying just call him Tex.
Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that.
It is. It's so good. Actually, especially here on camera, you can't tell that that's not the original art.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've never seen like a covering of. Now I've seen them more often. I've seen artists kind of, especially with.
I've seen a lot of Secret Wars 8 being done, covered up, and
Clayton Crane does it with almost everything. But yeah.
Oh, does he cover faces? Kind of
yeah, Clayton Crane loves to turn different characters into Venom and Carnage. Kind of
yeah, so I thought that was the original color baseball.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's great. Yep.
So another text, since we're on text, again, I try to put them in the order of artists because that's what I dig as an art and the artists, especially ones from my time. So this is another cool text cover, text sketch.
Great Scott!
Very nice. So this is OA as well, but it's obviously an homage to the first glow in the dark cover that was ever done. That is fantastic. When you first held it up, I thought it was the original, just a black and white version. That's great. That's great.
Thank you.
I don't even know what the how you just got to sit there and admire that. I mean, it's such a beautiful. Look at that.
That's just excellent.
Yeah. Bring it nice and close so we don't need to see the trade dress. Focus on that. Yeah, look at that. Oh,
Trying to get the glare to not.
Wow, man, he's good.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, brilliant.
All right. This one has a fun story as well. This is Will's Portaccio cover that he did, and for some reason I'm blanking on the name.
Some Bishop.
Oh, okay. So this is the Bishop. So I saw this online, picked it up, and after I picked it up, I noticed that the M is on the wrong side of his face because the M's on everyone's face was always on the right-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Here was on the left. So I was like, oh, so strange. So I asked the seller, hey, did you get this drawn? Do you know why it's on the wrong side? He didn't know. I think he may have purchased it somewhere else. So Will's was actually at a local shop a little bit ago, 4 weeks ago, and I asked him about it. I brought it in and I asked him about it. He didn't remember. This was done in 2017. But I asked him, he's like, I do so many sketches, I don't remember. But I asked him if he can write something on the back, talking about it. So he wrote, during the days, I used a mirror a lot.
He's looking in the mirror, Martin.
And
you see, and I would I chalk that up to being one of those things that the artist, he's doing a head sketch, so they prefer to do profiles often because they don't have to deal with symmetry. It's easier to do a profile. Then most artists have a predilection towards which direction their profiles face. And then what's the thing that stands out about Bishop is the M on his face. So he just drew it, then he's got the M over his eye, put the M over. I didn't pay attention to what size what, but I love it. It's just like every once in a while you get those things. I have a Doc Ock who's got 7 arms. It's just like they start going with stuff, and then it's like, oh wait, where's that other arm coming from? It's like,
that's great.
it's just, there's always something, but that's the quirks of original art that's being done and not necessarily published. Obviously, if it was going to be published, it would probably get caught during the going against the standards as it's reviewed for standards, right? But when it's just something that's being done for individuals, not going up against everything else, that type of stuff happens from the time. That gives it the character, the fun little bits, especially if you're observant and notice. Because if you didn't point that out, it probably would have slipped by 99.9% of everybody here, who's like, okay, yeah, Bishop, you got the M on his eye. Let's move. I sure as heck wouldn't necessarily know, but
yeah, the seller didn't know either when I reached out to him. He's like, oh, I didn't know. I never noticed that.
You mean my Augie Boggy or Augie Boogie? Oh, $5 super chat from Jay Knows the Way. It says, Marty, these covers are dope. Thank you so much for dropping that and supporting Comics Curing Cancer. This one's for you, Jay.
I'm very conflicted about how I'm supposed to feel watching this.
It's true. I am all the time.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm hungry and sometimes I'm not.
Sometimes you feel like you're not.
All right. Moving right along.
Well, the next one is one that you've seen, I'm sure, a lot, but it's a cool, I think, something different with it. So this is a Wolverine 1, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's Frank Miller signed, but I had Joe Rubenstein. I had bought it slabbed with Frank Miller. So I had Joe Rubenstein sketch that on the slab itself.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Which is why it's probably the first time I've seen Rubenstein over there. Is I'm used to seeing him do the Wolverine underneath the sideburns. But yeah, didn't you mention it that it's on the slab itself? That makes sense.
Yeah. So I thought it gives a cool 3D effect too. When you're
and the signature's right there. It starts to go across his face. Meanwhile, though, Frank Miller in his usual spot for
that little bit of color between the trade dress and the top of his haircut there, he managed to sign phallically perfectly.
Exactly. There's another Frank Miller signature. This is a Dark Knight 3, the Master Race. It's a cool Batman. He did colored and inked by Scott Williams and Alex St. Clair.
Nice. All right.
Frank Miller drew it?
Yeah. Frank Miller sketch. See the FM? Sometimes the FM.
No penis. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he does just the FM and it doesn't look like a penis.
So yeah, when the Master Race was dropped a few years ago, Frank Miller really toured that book and did a lot of Comic-Con appearances, whether it was Fan Expo or stuff. And it was a part of a Frank Miller package that some people could purchase a quick head sketch. And some of those people, maybe the person that you picked this book up from, Martin, or yourself, that then had some of the other creative team actually work on that sketch. And that was the end result. And let's be honest, Martin, if you could show that just one more time.
Sure.
This is actually better than half the crap he's been producing lately for Marvel.
By far. This is, so I was like, it's like, yeah, it looked like Frank Miller, but I'm like, oh, wait a second. But this book's not that old and the art actually looks decent.
But yeah, when you have a great colorist, and they really brought that to life nicely.
But also, I think that he may have been degenerating quicker than rapidly here towards the end. But man, great book, nice. You don't see a lot of Frank Miller's. I haven't seen a lot of Frank Miller sketches. I'm not saying that he doesn't do them, but I'm just saying I haven't seen a lot of them necessarily. Nice sketch covers.
Same here. Okay, so the last three before the half are Spidey ones, and they're kind of based on a few of my favorite covers and my favorite art. Yeah, so this is just
a few Spider-Man fiends and friends and lovers in the audience here today.
Just a few. So here's a cool Zek and Beatty.
Nice little jam piece. Like it.
Oh my.
Very nice. Very nice. And
it's not a race. Don't worry. We got time. Let it marinate.
ASM 350. This may have been one of the last times Mike Zeck was decided to do this kind of thing, because he's kind of semi-retired away from the con circuit and doing the remarks and sketches kind of thing. But we had John Beatty there delivering as well, though.
Yeah, and I dig that it's both, because again, I just got into comics around the black suit, but there's nothing like the classic red and blue. So it was cool to have them both, like both artists.
Yeah, I love that. I love when there's good jam pieces and stuff where you get some of that stuff. I was just talking to somebody else about it. I said an idea for one. But yeah. Spicy. You don't see a lot of the Frank Miller's stuff because he's super expensive, even for a head sketch.
Yeah,
that's fair. It is. I don't know which one of those Spideys I love more.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Why
That's
should
fair.
just appreciate them all?
That's right.
Yeah.
In the absence of Ramita Senior, it's fair to just go. I like them all.
Mm-hmm. So this, yeah. So Web 32 is probably Web 32 and Secret Wars 8. Probably like my two top
Nice.
body covers. Just again, it just brings me back to those high school days. So John Beatty did a few of these, but he did a cool.
Nice.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Jazz hands.
Yeah, the jazz hands, exactly. Yes, I thought that was pretty cool. I saw that, I was like, oh, I gotta grab. Then I noticed a few more other people have, and it's cool because he did a different smoke trail. It looks like on the different ones he did. The Spidey pretty much the same. It's jazz hands, same pose, but the smoke trail is different. I haven't seen one where he's done all the other characters behind, but I've seen a few of these guys.
Yeah, we probably get pretty pricey as a
Mhm.
commission. Have them do all the, especially small. They don't. You know what? That's the thing with sketch covers. You're doing it in real size. When they're doing the original art to begin with, it's a much larger size, and then it gets shrunk down, so it's easier for them to get the detail stuff in that stuff. Versus when you sit there, if you give them a sketch cover and you ask them to draw, like you do, like all these little guys, they're gonna look like shit, buddy.
That makes sense. I didn't think about that. Does make sense. Yeah. And this is the other cover. Bob McLeod, is this name? The inker?
Yeah.
The McLeod. Yeah. So he did a.
Holy cow!
Oh man.
So
I'm
he
gonna
did-
bring that in here pretty close. That was like,
Look at Bob McLeod can draw the franchise, not just Iron Man. Oh, that's a great homage to a great part of the Death of Kraven series. That is fantastic.
and he wrote McLeod after Berserk.
Iconic cover. Well done. Well, Marty, was this an eBay purchase as well then?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Yep.
He did a cool job.
yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks.
Holy Toledo. Yeah, holy freaking crap.
That's my halfway point.
Beautiful. All right. Excellent. Bob McLeod can do it all. He helped create New Mutants and so much more. Absolutely. All right. Let's go ahead and put this here, and we'll do this as we're going to get ready here to do our break here. Or I didn't realize it was OA at first. Yeah. I've often wanted to recreate that cover. That's fair. Guys, I want to thank you guys for coming out to the show again. I want to let you guys know we have finally officially settled on the dates. Comics Curing Cancer is going to be coming up on October 24th through the 26th. We had to shuffle it to the last weekend of the month in order to avoid conflicts with New York Comic Con and Baltimore Comic Con. But October 24th and 26th, the final weekend of October, will be Comics Curing Cancer, our 3-day live event where we'll be putting on stuff across multiple channels, and of course have our auctions, our art auction on Saturday, and our comic book auction on Sunday. So continue to make sure you're subscribed to Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram or on Facebook, following us to keep finding out what's going on, and start thinking, what are you going to donate? Start looking through your items. If you have something that's substantial that you'd like to donate, reach on out to me, or reach out to Comics Curing Cancer on Instagram or Facebook, and we will get you the information on where you can send your item. We do have item donation receipts for your taxes from the American Cancer Society that we're able to send out to you if you need it. So appreciate you guys. The only way we get to $55,000, because that's the official goal this year, is $55,000. The only way we do that is with the help of you guys all, and you guys have done us great the last couple of years. So we really appreciate all that. Now, Martin, I understand you wanted to make an announcement about Comics Curing Cancer.
Yes, I wanted to make a donation. of this guy. Let's see if I can. It's a little, the black cover is tough to not get it, but it's a
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of glare.
Gorkin the
Ghost Rider. There we go.
That is
Nice.
awesome.
Ghost Rider. Original art sketch slab. Who's this by?
Gorkin Demir, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Demir.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, Ghostface from Scream. So whoever likes both Ghost Rider and Ghostface from Scream, you got a nice little blend there.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. We appreciate you pledging that piece there as a donation for Comic Screen Cancer. Let me go ahead and do one other thing before we hit the hashtag up for everybody. Let's go ahead and thanks all the henchmen, channel members who support the channel every single month. And here you go, guys. Hashtag sketch covers. Go ahead and drop that in the chat. And that's going to get you entered in for our pool of 6 books from the greatest weekly giveaway box on all of YouTube. Go ahead and get that in there. We'll pull that in just a few moments. Remember, we ship internationally, so get it in. Let's see. Martin, you got anything coming up that you'd like to promote?
Not really.
That's fair. That's fair. Make sure you guys check out Martin's Instagram. Also, has guys link to his eBay page there. You can check out stuff that's going on over there. Chris, rumor has it that you have a channel and you occasionally turn out some content. What's coming up over on the Chris the Comic Vet channel?
Now and then. This Monday, I plan on dropping my OnlySlabs 2, episode 2, and tune in for that Monday to find out what sector I'm going to be traveling down to talk about specifically why I picked those particular books. Wednesday is the return of Show Us What You Got, the live new comic book day hangout, where it's an open invitation for anyone and everyone to come on and show the books that they picked up in support of New Comic Book Day. This Wednesday is going to be a big one. And looking forward to spend some money at my LCS, Retro Rocket Comics. But that's about it. Thank you, Rob.
Wow. Huge. Jack B donates 10 channel memberships. Congratulations. Let's see. Looks like the channel memberships got awarded to Stephen Lucky, Brother John Comics, Collectibles to Astonish, Garth Wong, Anna John 9495. Let's see. Raider Nation 87, Joshua Davis. Just skipped on me. Looks like the Adventures. Canadian Survivalist, Czars Comics and Collectibles, and my wife is now a channel member. That's phenomenal.
Way to go.
Why did it take her so long? So thank you so much, Jack B. Phenomenal, generous of you. Thank you for the 10 channel memberships. Speaking of which, the channel membership, the Henchman of the Month award or spin, I should say, was done to choose our Henchman of the Month and is posted to the posts of this channel. You can go check out that video to see if you were selected as the Henchman of the Month. All right. I think we've been rambling on and prattling on for a bit here. We've got ourselves, the vast majority of the viewers have entered. So without further ado, Wheel of Vish. The winner is going to be Mad Spidey. Congratulations. Excellent. He likes comics, I hear.
No pressure, Martin. No pressure.
All right.
Watch your back, Rob.
All right. So, Marty, you get the selected books 1 through 10 from the front, 1 through 10 from the back, or we just do back to front action. Tell me when to stop.
Back and front sounds good.
All right. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Front, back, or both?
Both, please.
It's a good strategy.
Stop. Both.
Ooh, that's weird. I don't normally have it split when the book's facing that way. All right. And one more time.
Stop.
All right.
Same thing. Both.
Again, we went that way.
Watch your back, Rob.
All right. And I think that we did good. I think he will be pleased. I don't see a DC book in the lot. So
6 independents. Got it. Let's go.
as I should just put this. All right, cool. Here we go. Mad Spidey. Here's what you get, sir. First out of the batch, we've got from 1996, X-Men issue 54. Onslaught.
All right. All right.
Who is Onslaught? We've got the first appearance in comics of Beavis and Butthead and Daria in the first printing. Scrapey the jaw, scrapey the jaw.
That's good timing. Beavis and Butthead are coming back.
Yeah. We've got the second appearance and first solo series of Black Goliath.
Ooh, nice. Very nice.
We have the first appearance of the Power Broker in Machine Man number 7.
Go Gadget Arms. Mm-hmm.
We've got Captain America issue 179, The Golden Archer. This contains Marvel value stamp number 52.
Nice. Not to be confused with Golden Arches. It's a different place.
And the final book selected for you, Mad Spidey, Captain America 115, the first appearance of the Cosmic Cube.
Woo!
Now that's a great giveaway. That's a great giveaway.
Red Skull cover, great book. Yeah, excellent. Congratulations there, Mad Spidey. There you go. All right. And they were, like I said, they are all Marvel, so it should make him happy. Yeah, see, there he goes. F yeah. He'll accept it. It's no first appearance of Terrax, but he'll survive. That's the book he really wants to come out of there because he's been waiting for that one for a while.
Oh, Terrax the Terrible.
Mad Spidey. All right. I have now, look at that. See, it's even labeled now for you, Spidey. Boom. All right, let's do it. Next up, next set of books, second half, same as the first, or second verse, same as the first, a whole lot louder, but no worse. There you go.
So, and I have here, you mentioned Ramita, and I forgot I wanted to show this as the first half, but I have a quick head sketch, of Ramita Sr.
Nice.
Oh, this show is the best. I don't care what anyone says. Look at the stuff that shows up on OnlySlabs week after week. This is just awesome.
It's really
it's like Rob breathed this whole idea into existence. Like, oh, John Ramita.
This is a crown jewel of a collection right there.
That is awesome.
pretty cool. Yeah. It doesn't.
Oh, man.
Wondering if it said like where it was, but it, where he might have done it, what con or anything, but there's no.
Yeah, but it was. I think it was. This just a verified, or is this a witnessed piece?
Verified.
Okay, so yeah,
To
that's
quote the Rock. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it just
well,
is. That's awesome.
Only that. Yeah, yeah. So that's just a piece that's not done on a sketch cover. That's just a piece that then is then encapsulated, which is some people don't realize you can do. It doesn't have to be a comic book, especially when you're doing the art pieces. That you can just you can have it just encapsulated without necessarily being a comic book. So, as long as it fits in the slab.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tate, welcome. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
These, I guess I could show together because they're done by the same artist. This is Kevin Eastman. And
Never heard of her. Wait, no, just kidding.
Did both a Wolverine.
Oh, one at a time. One at a time here. Let's go.
So that's a pretty.
That is definitely an Eastman Wolverine.
Yeah, it's an Eastman style. That was so cool. I've never seen him do. I've only seen him do turtle stuff, so it was cool.
No, yeah, it's like if Casey Jones was a Canadian.
Exactly.
I understood that reference.
And then he did a Daredevil as well.
Oh, that's
Nice.
that's actually really, really good.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. That's
I guess
terrific.
in 02 or 22, sorry, 2022.
I do. Yeah, I think I like that one better than the Wolverine.
Yep, I agree.
But I like the way he bogs him. This whole the style on it. That's really cool.
He made it his own for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Then we have some, again, going back to the 90s.
Some good people claiming. Let's see. Some people don't know the original concept drawing of Wolverine was from John Romita.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so then back to the 90s, you have some Liefeld. So here's a cool Liefeld cable.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Toting the gun. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And who else signed it with? Well, I see. There's two signatures there.
Yeah, he has his. I forgot what he calls it.
They're both his chisel signature plus his regular signature. Got it.
There you go, chisel. Yeah.
I sign it once when you can sign it twice, just a little different.
Actually, I have some books like that, and like depending upon who you send it to, like if you send it to CBCS for an art and verification, it usually comes back. It'll say both. They'll charge, even though you'll send it in for like one, they'll charge you for two signature verifications, and they'll list out that both are verified signatures.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, I had that happen to me on a piece where the artist had basically they put two different signatures on it, and they went and they verified both of them, and they billed me for the second signature verification, which is, if you don't know, is not cheap. The first one's like $25, but then it's like $35 or something for the second signature. So all of a sudden that plus the encapsulation, you better really want that book. Liefeld is not the only one arrogant enough to sign anything twice.
That's right. Ken Lashley does it too.
Yeah, I think actually it is Lashley that I have was what happened on. Yeah. Papa
Lashley.
Willie says, I'm late, start over. All right, well, just for you, Papa. Just kidding. Appreciate you swinging by, dropping that $5 super chat. This one is for you, Papa.
That's the first time I ever asked for anything I really wanted.
Yeah, with Scotty Young. Yeah, he'll sometimes do that. Yep. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right. Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I know Papa's like he's getting his itch. It's SummerSlam weekend.
Mm-hmm. Just a few hours away.
Is it? I was wondering what time it started. I forgot to look it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here's another.
All
one.
right. Pardon?
There's another Liefeld here.
Yeah, there apparently.
Cool.
Oh,
America there.
Huh.
wow. He did a lot of detail with that chainmail. That looks good.
Yeah, huh?
Is it chainmail or scales or whatever that that outfit.
Mhm.
Not sure about the head though, personally. There's something off about it. I can't identify what it is. Oh, his ears are small.
Super small. Just a bit.
Wow.
No, it's whenever the head is exact same width as the neck, it just looks a little bit. It's like there's no curve, nothing.
Mhm.
He's just a. But hey,
it's
missing a chest. That's oh, I would have recognized it then. Yeah, all right, that's fair. Yeah.
That would have evened it all out.
No, I know we can. You know what? He's easy to hate. Every artist does stuff that you go like, really, but for some reason, Liefeld's just one that because he's happy to promote himself. Maybe I don't know that people are therefore willing to and happy to jump on and try to knock him down. But meanwhile, he and his group are responsible for a lot of us getting into comics. So
big time. This is a cool Jim Lee. This is a cool Doom remark. I don't know if you could see it.
Yeah! Yeah!
Jim Lee Doom remark. Wow.
It took up almost
half.
It's really cool, and I like that he did it in a way where it doesn't cover anyone's face. It's just,
Exactly. You can see the original art through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't. And Jim Lee is just not. Today is not easy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little busy.
Yeah. I got that a few years ago. Yeah, I couldn't even sketches, even remarks. They're way out of my price range.
Yeah. Now, like I just saw something to get today. It was like posting like there's a limited number of like real quick sketch, head profile, side sketches, whatever. They're $1,000 a piece on a,
Mm-hmm.
It's like, pass.
Mm-hmm. I think I have two more sketches.
Unless it's Canadian dollars. Then let's go.
Here's a cool. This is also just a piece of art, but it's a cool Neil Adams.
That's just a piece of art. I love the border, all the work done. Or is that the? Oh no, that's got to be. Is that a frame?
It's a sheet of paper.
It's a sheet of paper. Yeah. I believe. Yeah, he did a few of these guys.
But it must be the frame must be printed on the piece of paper or something.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, hold on. Like they drawn all that. No, okay. But
he did a lot of these guys, and he did whatever. I guess he brought them to cons or whatever, and he sketched whoever you wanted inside of them. But yeah, this was probably at his booth a lot. This frame, this kind of paper frame.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but I dig that. Yeah, it's just a little different. You see his teeth and stuff. He just looks a little different than what you normally see for the.
Well, and it makes sense that he's a billionaire. He should have straight white teeth.
Right.
Yeah, it would be really weird if his teeth were all jagged or something. Dude, come on. What do you mean you can't get dental either?
Mm-hmm. So
granted, I'm sure being a superhero doesn't have great benefits, but I mean he can afford it on his own.
Mm-hmm. So these are probably my two favorites. So one is Frank Brunner, who did Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. So I really dig his Strange. So he did this really cool.
Slow down!
So he did, let me see, yeah, there we go.
Jeez.
That is fantastic.
That's so cool. I've seen a few others online, but this is kind of happy I got this one. Just really cool. I love the shadowing and the.
No, absolutely. I don't know what the hell to say about it. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's.
Steve Englehart, who was the writer on the same time, was at a con. So I just had him. I didn't want him to sign the front, so I just had him sign the slab in the back.
Nice.
And right away, he said, "No remarks. I don't draw. Just sign." I'm like, "All right, that's cool. I'm okay with that."
Yeah, we like that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And this one, because Wolverine is one of my favorite characters, I have a Herb Trimpe.
Oh yeah, the classic throwback Wolverine.
You're breaking out all the legends today.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Herb Trimpe, and then the added bonus is a little Len Wein action.
Batman on the back.
That was something like a little Jay Leno Batman.
Wait, was that a Stan Lee signature I saw across the top there too?
Yes, yeah. I guess they had.
Oh.
That's
good eye.
Yeah, that's a powerhouse of a book you got signed there. Let's be honest now.
Yeah.
Trimpe OA, Stan Lee signed, Len Wein signed and sketch on the back.
Yeah, 2019, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, different years for them, but yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so the last
Herbo's Roy money.
Five I have here are not sketches, and I'll explain it. They're
You're allowed to have regular comic books. It's true.
they're Grail pieces that I picked up.
Nice.
But the backstory is, if you notice on my Instagram and my eBay store, I have the Daredevil villain Purple Man as a little icon. And the reason why is because when I got back into comics again, I didn't know anything about slabbing or sketches or anything else when I got back in. So I heard about the purple label of death. And I think I had sent one of my books in and actually got back a purple label. I didn't know what it was, and I was asking around. I'm like, "What is this?" And they're like, "Oh no, it's worthless. It's whatever." So as I kind of kept collecting, I started realizing, wait a minute. So you can get a book that's been touched up by a marker, by a kid or a dealer or whoever, and the book is complete. It probably looks better than it would if it wasn't marked up by a marker. And you can get it like a quarter of the price or half of the price or whatever they're willing to sell for. I'm like, I think I'll take it. So I dig purple labels. One of the very few probably in the hobby.
Because I think you get people who will say like, I don't mind it on certain books, et cetera, but you never see anybody who sits there and embraces it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the person who comes back and embraces the green label. But hey, this is awesome. I like that. Yeah. So I dig. So because of that, I saw Purple Man. I picked up Daredevil 4, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Purple Man. All right, that's who I'm going to use as my icon, Purple Man, for the purple label. Well, and that makes sense, and especially if you're picking up purple labels, I say, I'm the purple guy.
Yeah. And again, they're only books that are out of reach for me. If I were to buy the universal label, those were the ones. Of course, I would prefer a blue one because it's just easier to resell if I ever want to. But yeah, no, I do not mind purple labels. So that's going to set up these last 5. So this is one of my purple labels. Let's see. Again, going to Doom.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Oh my God! What the? No freaking way!
So yeah, and also it could. Purple labels also allow you to get them a little bit in a higher grade, mid to higher grade, depending on the book, and you're getting it at like the price of probably a 2.5 for the same book, And for me, it looks better, and yeah, I dig them. I do not mind purple labels.
I don't know if I've ever asked this before, but Martin, would you mind reading us what's on the right side of the purple label, please?
Sure. Origin and first appearance of Dr. Doom. Full page ad for Incredible Hulk 1, a letter from Roy Thomas.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want that book in any label? Yeah, that's
at this point right now, yeah.
Yeah, and if you
cover any label, yeah,
then it's the book.
or hey, you can crack it out, send it to PSA. Apparently, you can barely tell the difference from the color of the labels.
That's right. Yeah, like CBCS.
Microscopic printing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's another guy. Another purple label. We have
Oh, and Stan Lee signed X-Men #1 in a 7-point.
Yeah, it's like I said, they look. I mean, you know, the corners. I think this was touched up a little bit on the green, and I think there was something on this corner. But like again, it's the complete book, and it looks beautiful, and you're not paying a 7.0 X-Men 1 universal price, so I'll take it.
Wow.
No, absolutely. I mean, we got the oh my god, yeah, stars and cars. Also, 19 for the purple label. Just saying, yeah. Well, and I like that especially when you go to the yellow purple, right? It's not as prominent or whatnot, but still, it's what is it? What is the restoration? Does it say what the level of restoration is on that?
Yeah, for all of these guys, for all of my purple labels, I try to get either like a C. This is C1.
Slight.
Yes, or a slight A for the Fantastic Four. So yeah, I'm not, even though I don't mind purple labels, I'm not a fan of the trimming. So any trimming,
right?
Okay.
All this stuff can be if I ever decide to sell it and someone wants to,
they could try to have it removed and
remove.
Yeah, mostly color touch type stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're pretty much all C1. So they're all marker. They're not like an A1.
It's an okay book.
The best, but yeah, these are all removable if you want to do any.
That's right. X-Men 1's more important than GSS1.
I wasn't
Is that
going to
right,
go
Chris?
there, but yeah, that's a great copy of the second most important X-Men book of all time. Just saying,
Oh.
it's a great copy. Glad that Stan signed the second best X-Men book ever made. Moving right along.
Sure. Here's another guy.
Yeah, this is my best ever.
Yes. Never get tired of looking at this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take a purple label on this book. Absolutely.
Yes.
If I ever got one, it would probably have to be just because. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's a C1, just a small amount of color touch. I think they did some brown along here. And that's it. But there's no trimming, there's no adding, and
it looks so clean. Like it looks.
Well, it's a 6.5.
Yeah.
I mean, like I feel like it should almost be like an 8.5. It looks so good. Yeah.
Wait, there's actually what's an interesting thing is there's a writing. You know, everyone pretty much wrote their names. So
their wrote name, yeah.
B.A. Helene, yeah. And I was actually online looking for something else, and on eBay I didn't get it, but there was another book that I saw was a Shield. It was a Steranko cover of Shield, and in the picture of the back, it had the same name, B.A. Helene.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna go on a search for all the B.A. Helene books.
I'm gonna build my own pedigree.
Exactly. Yeah. Here's one. This one's a little lower grade because I couldn't find, even in purple label, I couldn't touch this.
Excellent. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's again a C1. This one has some color touch and I think some pieces added.
Oh my goodness. All right, Martin, would you mind reading us what's on the right side of that purple label? We don't get this very often on this show.
It says first appearance of the Red Hood identity, origin of the Joker.
Awesome. And what's the year of release on this particular issue?
This one is 51. February of 51.
Nice.
Awesome.
I can't give them every single book.
Yeah.
I don't.
Look, he's breaking out the big guns now.
And this is the last one. This is the earliest Batman I could grab, and it's Batman 4.
Did you say Batman 4?
Number 4. Yeah. 1940.
Oh, jeez. There you go.
Yeah.
Woo! 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 Woo!
Those were some weak ass reviews.
My goodness. That is fantastic. All right, I'm just going to repeat myself again. Martin, would you mind reading us what's on the right side of that purple label?
Sure. This one is fourth appearance of the Joker. First appearance of Hacienda, Joker's hideout, and the first mention of Gotham City.
In an 8.0 purple label. On behalf of Rob, what's on the back cover of this particular issue?
There we go. Look at that. The cowboy carbine. Get it with your Christmas money. So that's the first mention of Gotham City.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
If we had a little more time, I could show like a second one that kind of goes along with this one.
We got time.
Yep.
All right. One more.
No worries.
Here's this one. It's done around the same time.
That's pretty good, Nick. Pretty good.
But here's a Detective Comics 41. Let's see. And again, purple label 50. This one, I'll read the label. This is the first Robin solo story. And a half-page ad for Batman one. So this one is pre-Batman.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there was a full ad, I guess.
I would have guessed there would have been 14 issues into Detective Comics before Batman eventually got his own solo. Wait, so who are the creators for this one then? Is Bob Kane listed here as well?
Bob Kane, cover and art. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For the cover and art. Yeah. But
what's going on this cover?
Like side by side, if you look, they look so. The glare is tough, but look at the colors. Look at the city and along the bottom.
Yeah.
They just kind of like you have the moon. One's yellow, one's white, but they almost look like sister copies. With just a look of them.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent books. That's phenomenal. I think you might have converted a few folks. Now you're gonna get some competitions from some folks out there. Who's the dude?
Hey, that's why I ask what I ask.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Rob has no. Well, you can't really do guess at value on purple books. Well, you can if you have the right tool. And I'm usually just using Cover Price, and Cover Price is not the right tool for looking at refurbished books. So you really need GP analysis to do that, and I don't have that. Or even Go Collect, I think sometimes has it, but I don't have any of those active right now. So, anyways, yeah, let's just say that even when you talk with some of those books, even Purple Label, they're going to be worth a few dollars.
Yeah.
Awesome. Martin, that was phenomenal. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming on and bringing those books here. Don't run off. We still going to do some more giveaway here in just a second. And also thank you again for your generous commitment donation of the sketch cover for Comics Curing Cancer. Of course, again, everybody, October 24th through 26th, mark your calendar, start checking out what are you going to donate in your book. While you're at it, don't forget, if you go to comicscuringcancer.org, you can get the links there to go pick up that C3 art book if you haven't gotten yours yet. And also The Crow, the Dead Time Sumerian, issue 1, that limited cover, the 150 that we have on our site. Those 100% of the proceeds go to Comics Curing Cancer. Let's go ahead and say thank you to all the Goon Squad members: Dale of Suspense, DJ Links, Dr. Von Hoot, Legion of Comics, Stephen C., Justin Birch, The Comic Vet, Austin LeMay, Mad Spidey, Collecting with Thurs, Chuck Hensey, Lone Eagle, Comiverse, Deadman, Anachronic Comics, Colossus Collector, Team Ohana, still only 35 cents, Cliff on Comics, Spirited Comic Bro, never could figure it out, Daymares, The Adventurous Joe, Valenrook, Jay Knows the Way, Ronnie Johnson, Comics on the Edge, Omnibo, 1063 Comics, Silver Eagle, Sal's Comic Corner, and Kingdom of Nerds. Thank you guys for your continued support. Again, the channel Henchman of the Month is posted on the community board for channel members only. Let's bring up the hashtag, shall we? We're gonna do another giveaway from our greatest weekly giveaway box on YouTube. Purples ain't bad. Purple ain't bad. Let's go ahead and throw that to your hashtag. We'll get that in there for everyone who wants to know about my stuff. What the hell? On this channel, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We really appreciate it. The channel, we got our weekly videos Monday, a mail haul. This week we had done a CGC haul where 40% of the books were 9.9s.
Yeah.
Now, granted, 2 of them were metals, but none of them were cleaned and pressed. So 2 of them weren't. So that was awesome. The Thursday we did our Only My Slabs. That latest issue episode, I should say, is out. Next Monday we'll kick off with a $200 comic book mystery box from Exec Collects, Alex Wink Inc. That mystery box on Monday. So be sure to keep checking in on all of that. What else we got going on? I'll be appearing, of course, on Fridays with Mark, Legion of Comics, over on his channel. Of course, Friday evenings with the low grades. And sometimes on Mad Spideys, although I will not be able to make Mad Spideys tonight, unfortunately. But make sure you guys tune into him. Yeah. All right, we got 49 so far, getting good. Get that hashtag in. We're going to be, again, we'll ship internationally. It does not matter where you're at. Go ahead and get that entered in there. Purple ain't bad. Chris, anything else on your end?
I dropped videos on Thursday from my car outside Retro Rocket Comics in Cambridge, Ontario, doing a deep dive into why I spend the amount of money that I do on the certain books that I do. That's about it.
Yeah, phenomenal. Well, you and I will come back here again next week. I don't know if you know that. We have a standing commitment.
Okay.
And we're going to be joined by EJ the Collector next week. So come on back. Make sure you mark your calendar at 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 p.m. Eastern for EJ the Collector. All right. I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, well, the internet knows. Our winner of this second giveaways is, boom, Mad Spidey again. Holy cow. Everything's turning up
boy.
Australia. Talk about rigged.
I'm sure the chat's going to be pleased about that.
So I just want to let everybody know that that this has nothing to do with him sending me a bunch of Tim Tams and Cadbury chocolate. But if you want to see whether it does have anything or not, you're welcome to send me free food. All right, Chris, what are we pulling for Mad Spidey here? All DC it is. All right.
I watched that video and I'm like, Tim Tams Deluxe. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Exactly. I can get the regular ones, but the deluxe, those were freaking awesome. Actually, I haven't opened them yet, but they do. The flavors just sound brilliant. Salted, especially that salted caramel brownie.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go 3 from the front, 3 from the back.
1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3.
The NFL referees run StreamYard. Just giving you a heads up. Let her ride. Stop. Those 2 books, Rob, your finger splits. And stop. And those 2 books, your finger splits. I have yet to try a Tim Tam. I've heard a lot about them. I love that the chat's like anti-morgues right now. DC that pull all DC. And
let's see here. We got that.
No, I believe it just sold on the other side of the planet, Joe.
All right. Well, I'm going to show you. You did get some DC this time. We'll go ahead and show your DC books off first. We've got Batman 535, the first appearance of Ogre.
What's going on with the guy's fist there? Like
it's a fold-out cover, so you have to fold it out to see the rest of him.
Is he giving him like the Paul Heyman there? Like, anyways,
punch. He just punched him.
Yeah.
I know this one is DC, but it is Neil Adams. So maybe you'll find it in your heart to give it a home nonetheless, because it's Neil Adams.
That's a great cover too, though.
Superman Outside the Gates of Hell.
Yeah. Appreciate you showing up, John.
Yeah, thank you. John. He's going to be an upcoming guest on the show in September. Mm-hmm. We got West Coast Avengers. We got the anniversary cover.
TW is just so damn quick. Okay.
All right. There we got some old Incredible Hulk issue 119.
Now, why we? I can't even TW. I can't even get pissed off, even though I'm pissed off.
Then we've got Secret Wars Book 2, the first appearance of Quake.
Nice key.
Especially if Quake makes it back to the MCU.
Yeah.
And then last here, we've got issue Strange Tales 178, the first Megas.
Smoke if you got him.
It's now is it me, or is Warlock always striking that pose in the 70s? It always seems to be
he's on display.
He's in the middle of doing a jumping jack or something.
Or he's for part of an all-male superhero review. I don't know.
Thunder from Down Under.
There you go. Congratulations, Mad Spidey. You got yourself a nice little stack of books here. I'll add it to your stack from was it last week? I think it was either last week or 2 weeks ago. Mad Spidey's everything's turning up Spidey. Yeah, you didn't do too bad, Chris. Gives you a B+. Yeah.
The Hulk and Superman.
And Neil Adams. Come on. I mean, even though it's DC, it's freaking Neil Adams Superman. Come on. If you're going to get a DC, you might as well get.
Come on, Nick.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Only Slabs. Appreciate you guys all coming out and joining us today. Be sure to tune in again next Saturday. As I said, we have EJ the Collector. Be sure to check out Comics Curing Cancer. Pick up that C3 art book if you haven't gotten one already. The Crow book. Help us out. 100% of the proceeds go to Comics Curing Cancer. Only 150 were donated to us. There's a limited quantity available. And of course, mark your calendar. Start looking out what are you going to be donating for Comics Curing Cancer October 24th through the 26th. Start reaching on out. Let me know if you need the address to ship those items. And guys, as always, first of all, Martin, thank you. In just in case I didn't say it before, thank you to all the super chats today. Thank you for the channel membership donations. And thank you guys all to you. Until next time, make sure you collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.